Good morning, students. Once again, we are here for yet another lecture of biology. Today, we are going to discuss about a major disease called malaria. Very recently, if you people are going through news, you have heard an important news that different countries are demanding for a particular medicine or a particular drug from India. Have you ever wondered why such countries like America, Italy are demanding that drug from India? The name of that drug is hydroxychloroquine. You all might be knowing that. Why they are demanding it from India? Because that drug is used for treatment of disease malaria, and malaria is the most commonest disease in India. So India have a bulk production of hydroxychloroquine. As far as the board exams are concerned, this topic is very much important for board point of view. Every year it is nearly sure that either a long question or a short question used to come from this disease. So listen it and go through it carefully. The life cycle of malaria is called as digenetic. Digenetic means parasite which includes two different hosts for completion of its life cycle. Like this parasite uses two hosts. First one is human and another one is mosquito. Two different hosts means what? That half of the life cycle is completed in one organism and half or nearly half of the life cycle is completed in another organism. This disease is mainly caused by mosquito, which is called as female Anopheles mosquito. One question might be arise in your mind that why female Anopheles mosquito? Why not male? Because Anopheles is present in male, so Anopheles are male also. This question, I think you all might try to sort the answer of these questions. If you are not getting, I will tell it in my other lectures. Malaria is caused by Anopheles species of mosquito. The parasite which is responsible for this disease is of three types: Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium malariae and Plasmodium ovale. Now let us understand the life cycle of this mosquito. The notes which I have shared to you contains a very good handwritten diagram which is also available in NCERT book. Before to understand this topic, you must open that particular diagram, then only you will be able to understand this topic. When a female Anopheles mosquito bites any healthy person, it injects the parasite or that particular sporozoite in human blood. That female mosquito bite may be at any place of our body, hand, legs, back side of our body, front side, wherever it is biting, no issue. But if that mosquito bites, it is injecting sporozoite in our blood. From any part of our body, that sporozoite reaches to liver cells by the help of blood. That's why it is called as malaria is a disease which mainly affects liver. After entering into liver cells, that is sporozoites or parasites, sporozoites are also called as parasites, remains in liver cells for 2 to 3 days, and after that they start asexual reproduction. Like suppose in liver 100 cells are there. For example, it is 4 sporozoites enter in 4 liver cells. in 4 liver cells they start asexual reproduction. When their number increases in these liver cells, these liver cells get burst. Here I have written liver cells get burst and sporozoites are released in blood. When these liver cells get burst, now the 4 sporozoites maybe have converted into 40 sporozoites. These 40 sporozoites move to blood. In blood, where do they go? In blood, they mainly enter into RBC. Here I have written in a flowchart form: liver cells get burst and sporozoites are released in blood. Sporozoites, after entering into RBC, here I have mentioned, sporozoites after entering into RBC reproduces again asexually. Keep it in mind, once they are reproducing asexually in liver cells, second time they are reproducing asexually in red blood cells. And here, when these red blood cells get burst, an important chemical is released in our body which is called as hemozoin. One common symptom of malaria is that, or if anybody at home feels fever, one common question doctors used to ask कि क्या आपको ठंड बहुत ज़्यादा लग रही है? Two major fevers are there. First one is because of malaria and second one is because of typhoid. How we can diagnose at our home that we are suffering from malaria or typhoid? This chemical is going to play a vital role. How? When this chemical is released in our body feel enormous cold and a constant shivering for few minutes, you can say 10 to 15 minutes. In that case, you all might have listened from different people that उसे 2 ब्लैंकेट या 3 ब्लैंकेट उठाया गया, उसके बाद भी उसकी बॉडी कांप रही थी. तो why that body was shivering? That body was shivering because the chemical which was responsible for causing cold and shivering is released inside of the body. How much blanket we are putting over the body, how it will help? That shivering is not because of atmospheric temperature. That shivering is because of a chemical which is released inside of our body when RBC get burst. Okay, so this is the main symptom of malaria, that in malaria we feel shivering, a cycle of cold and shivering nearly after every 24 hours, because asexual reproduction in RBC is completed in about 24 hours. Okay, what happens next? When this RBC get burst, after this release of hemozoin, or hemozoin is released only when RBC gets burst. When RBC gets burst, what is the changes which undergoes in sporozoite? Now sexual stages starts. That means that now this sporozoites undergo sexual reproduction cycle. That is, gametes are produced. So from here to here, it is asexual cycle, and from here onwards, sexual cycle starts. Now this gametes remain in the blood of that particular person. What happens next? Suppose if another mosquito, female Anopheles, comes and sucks the blood of that infected person, what will happen? Along with the blood, these these gametes are also sucked by that mosquito, because these gametes are present along with the blood. Now, from the mouth, this blood along with the gametes move to intestine of mosquito, and fertilization occurs in intestine. You all might be knowing the term fertilization, means fusion of gametes. Gametes are produced in human body, these gametes are fertilized in the intestine of mosquito. After fertilization, fresh sporozoites are again produced in the intestine. Okay? After fertilization, fresh sporozoites are again produced in the intestine, and from intestine, these sporozoites move to salivary gland of mosquito. Now, the life cycle of that particular parasite or sporozoite is nearly completed. These sporozoites remains in the salivary gland of mosquito. When this particular mosquito bites another healthy person, before biting, mosquito releases these sporozoites into the blood of that infected that healthy person. When mosquito keeps on sucking the blood of that healthy person, mosquito keeps on sucking the blood, and these sporozoites move into the blood of that normal or healthy person. And again this cycle restarts. Means again from that normal person, these sporozoites will move to liver, and from liver again this cycle will start. The best way for prevention of this disease is use of mosquito nets. In my opinion, we all should make a habit of using mosquito net in our daily life, because there are various diseases which are caused by different types of mosquito bites or different small insects. Nowadays, various types of chemicals and equipments are available in market for mosquito repellent, but that products contains different harmful chemicals which are not fit for human body. So, in my view, use of mosquito net is the most safest option. I hope you all have understood this topic. If still you people are having any doubt, need not to bother, ask to me. Once again I will try to solve your problems. Thank you students. Stay at your home and please be safe. Thank you.